Alright guys, we got flavor insurance, also could be called flavor assurance. These are staples that I use and recommend to use just to have more palatability with foods and enjoy your foods that much better. So we're gonna have some of my favorite sweet flavor insurance items and then some of the more savory items. But this is the simple way that you can make things like vegetables, or proteins, things that tend to taste kind of boring or bland, bring out that flavor a lot more and increase the enjoyment without adding a major caloric load. So one of the things I talk about a lot is cooking with tea, and that's to reduce the caloric load. So I always just have a couple bags of tea brewed, and I'll use that for steam frying, so putting that in a pan, tossing the vegetables around rather than use a bunch of oil, and that's gonna help create tenderness, preserve the nutrients in the vegetables without overcooking it. And a lot of times I'll use like a turmeric ginger tea that complements a lot of the flavors that I'm using, or something like this metabolism boosting tea. It's kind of like a clove, a little bit of a pepper cinnamon type of taste, with also some ginger in it. Or you can use like a citrus matcha or green tea that's gonna have caffeine in it. Speaking of other liquids, adding apple cider vinegar and acid or lemon and lime to reheat foods or throw onto a salad or veggies is gonna help bring just more brightness to that flavor, and then sometimes bring out the depth of other flavors as well, like garlic or onion, help you get more flavor without having to use a bunch of oil like olive oil, which is good for you but can add up pretty quick. Coconut aminos, so this is a great soy sauce or tamari alternative. Why would you want an alternative? Mostly to keep the salt and sodium content down a little bit, plus to reduce the exposure to soy. Too much soy can mess with the phytoestrogens in your body and can throw things off. Plus, soy tends to be a little bit mucus forming, and it's just not sourced responsibility as some other things like byproducts of coconut here in something like this. I would use this in a stir fry, throw it in a sauce or a dressing, maybe mix it with a hot sauce to bring out a different flavor. And then again, lemon and lime can be added to a lot of things just to add, a quick boost of flavor. Even something boring like broccoli or some spinach can be brought to life with, an acid like that. And broth. Broth is big too. You can use a vegetable stock. I like the benefits, the collagen that you get from a bone broth or like chicken, beef. You can make your own. This is another good thing to make in soups, sauces, throw it in stir fry. Again, finding foods that can absorb it to get some of that nutrition. It's good for your gut health, which is gonna be good for your immune system, brain energy, and helps you absorb other foods that much better. I like something savory like this. Delicious garlic sauce. This stuff is hard to explain without just saying extremely delicious, but it is just garlic, flax, lemon juice, and a little bit of safflower oil. Extremely nutrient dense without being super caloric dense. I'll throw that in with stir fry, throw it in with a salad, marinade. Nice for a dip, to dip some carrots or something in it. But I like to pair it up with something savory like the coconut aminos. And then a hot sauce that you can be very generous with. So this is just an organic jalapeno pepper sauce. It's not super spicy. It has a little bit of a sweetness. And I might actually add a little bit of apple cider vinegar or some of the coconut aminos or something like turmeric to this after I've used it a little bit. Just have a quick go-to flavor that is just a one-stop drop, and I can stir something up and eat it on the go. But this one is great, one of my favorites. I use a lot of that. And then as far as sweetness goes, these are a few of my favorites right here. So I talk about stevias a lot because they'll provide a level of sweetness without that blood sugar effect. So you can use it to, sweeten up a tea or a coffee or an ice cream. Not all stevias are created equal. You have to find one that you like, that your palate appreciates. And I like to use these with other flavors to bring them out. So maybe you have a protein powder that's kind of bland, or maybe it's a vanilla flavor. You can add like a chocolate, a caramel, or a vanilla, which is my favorite, to help balance that out. Other sweeteners, we have monk fruit. I like the golden version. Tastes a little more like brown sugar. It comes from Logan How. It's a natural source. Again, will not spike your blood sugar. Play around with the different sweeteners. Sometimes you need a little combination to find something that you like, but it's a way to enjoy sweetness without overindulging in, you know, high fructose versions like honeys or syrups or sugars or so on. And then finally, the maple syrup alternative. So this is maple flavored syrup from monk fruit. Even have 5 grams of fiber per 2 tablespoon serving, 0 sugar. So you can use this for more than just sweet things. Obviously you could put it in something like, you know, oatmeal cereal, pancakes, waffles, but try it with vegetables you're roasting. Something like, you know, Brussels sprouts or some carrots, or put it in a stir fry with like a, you know, a nut butter. And it's a good way to balance up some, you know, the depth and the sweetness there. But these are, oh, and nutritional yeast, another savory guy here. Cheese alternative, get this at Trader Joe's, Sprouts, Whole Foods, order it, whatever. But I like to add this, you know, it could be to eggs, again, salad, stir fry, grilled veggies. It's got B vitamins in it, a lot of natural B12, no sodium, sugar. You do get some extra protein, amino acids, but it's more just like a cheesy, nutty flavor. Kind of looks like fish food. And you can just pour it on anything, and it gives that like savory umami type of taste. Also a thickener for sauces. And then last, savory seasonings. Pick seasoning blends, you know, for training wheels, rather than using a bunch of, you know, a teaspoon of this, a teaspoon of that. Again, fresh herbs are always going to be better, but this Mexican seasoning that's salt-free from Frontier, or this pizza seasoning, go with a ton of things. It's kind of like an Italian blend that I'll throw again with stir fry, throw it into sauces. It can be good with anything like eggs, fish, you know, and salmon, slow cooker. But be generous with these flavors to help yourself eat more of the foods that you need to eat. You should be having fun and being able to indulge in all these different foods. Again, these are a few of my favorites. You know, post questions or comments of how to use them, or you know, any questions you might have. But you should be having fun with food. That's the most important thing, to nourish yourself and enjoy yourself. All right, thank you.